You ready? Let's learn some math. Math, 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 math. Math, 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 math. Math, 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 math. Come join me on an adventure. There's so much to explore. Numbers, shapes, and graphs to plot. Solve the problems, connect the dots. Algebra, geometry.
Come, take a journey with us each Monday from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. on ABS TV. Let's get to the heart of the matter. Math matters.
Math, 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 math. Math, 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 math.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our first episode of Math Matters. We're so delighted you could join us as we explore the world of mathematics one episode at a time. I am one of your presenters, Mrs. Tisha Hughes Thornhill, and I'm a Curriculum Support Officer in the Mathematics Unit of the Ministry of Education.
I'm Mr. Anthony Lennon, and I'm a mathematics teacher at the Sir Norvell Riches Academy.
I am Chitisha Jacobs. I am a teacher in the Learner Support Program at the All Saints Secondary School, where I teach mathematics and English.
Our program is sponsored by the Board of Education. Come with us as we explore consumer arithmetic in our first episode. Today, we'll be focusing on consumer arithmetic and more specifically, hire purchase. So come, join us over at Courts as we help to make math connections and applications. Let's get to the heart of the matter.
Well, finally the house is finished.
Good afternoon.
I'm so glad y'all could come with me to help me pick out these final pieces of furniture that I need.
Come on, Miss Jarvis, I see a representative. Let us go and speak with him. Good day, sir.
afternoon.
Hi, good day. How are you?
Very good, thanks. I am looking for some final pieces of furniture to complete the furnishing of my house. I just finished building it 2 weeks ago. And all I need is a king-size mattress, a dining room set, and a couch. I do not have cash to pay, so I'm looking to buy them on hire purchase. Can you please explain your hire purchase plans?
So hire purchase is an agreement where you take an item, you pay for it on a monthly basis. You can make a deposit if you'd like to, and we offer flexible payment terms for up to 4 years where you can pay for an item and receive it before you completed the payment.
Fantastic. I can move into my house next week.
Sure, let me take you upstairs.
Let's go upstairs. I need a comfortable and durable king-size mattress.
Sure, I can show you the Restonic king size mattress right here. You feel free to try it if you would wish as well.
How much would this cost me if I pay for this using the hire purchase plan?
You can do a 24-month account. You can pay a $250 deposit, and the monthly will be $164.50.
Wait, let me calculate that for you. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Miss Jarvis made an excellent selection. The bed cost $2,999 in cash, but she decided hire purchase is the way to go. She would have to pay $250 as a down payment and $164.50 monthly for 24 months. Let's work out how much she would have to pay. Miss Jarvis's new house was completed 2 weeks ago. She decided to go to Courts to purchase a bed for her bedroom. We know she made an excellent choice. Courts offered her a bed with a cash price of $2,999. She could also purchase the bed on hire purchase, and we know she went with that option. $250 down payment, $164.50 per month for 24 months. If Miss Jarvis decided to purchase the bed using the hire purchase plan, what would be her total payment for the bed? How much more than the cash price would she have paid? What percent is that amount of the cash price? Let's do some calculations. The important information from the question has been highlighted for you. It is for us to determine what would be her total payment for the bed, how much more than the cash price would she have paid, and what percent is that amount of the cash price. Ms. Jarvis's deposit would be $250 plus, to calculate total hire purchase, $164.50 multiplied by 24. The total or the product of $164.50 and 24 is $3,948. We would have to add that to her down payment, and at the end, she would pay $4,198. Hire purchase would be equal to $4,198. How much more than the cash price would she have paid? The cash price is $2,999. So from our total hire purchase, we would subtract $2,999, which equals to $1,199. Let us continue and we'll work out 2B, calculating the percent that is the amount of the cash price. To do so, we will divide the difference, $1,199, by the total cash price, which is $2,999. We multiply by 100, and we will get a percentage of 39.98. We are going to round it to a whole number, so that would be 40%. This 40% would be the interest amount on the hire purchase. Let's head back to courts to see what else Ms. Jarvis bought on hire purchase.
So your total payback price will be $41.98.
Okay, that sounds reasonable. Can I see the dining room set?
Sure, let me show you over here. This one, the cash price for this table is $23.99. You can start by making a 25% deposit, which is $599.75.
This table looks really good. I love the size of it. It's not too big, it's not too small, and it seats 6 people. The color is light and airy, and it matches the decor in my house. What would be the total hire purchase price for this?
You know what? Let me calculate that for you. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Join me on an adventure. There's so much to explore. Numbers, shapes, and crafts to plot. Solve the problems, connect the dots. Algebra, geometry.
Come, take a journey with us each Monday from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. on ABS TV. Let's get to the heart of the matter. Math matters.
Isn't this such a wonderful, beautiful dining room set that Miss Jarvis decides she wants to purchase? Well, unfortunately, she cannot get it cash. Not enough money for that. But with a higher purchase, she makes a deposit of 25%. That is also called the down payment. Now, she's going to pay $325 each month. We call that the monthly installment. And she's going to make that payment for a period of 8 months. So $325 per month for 8 months. All right, so let's look at the problem. So it says here that Miss Jarvis decides to purchase a dining room set from Quartz for her new home. The cash price of the dining room set is $2,399. Quartz offer a hire purchase plan with a deposit of 25% and 8 monthly installments of $325. Since Miss Jarvis did not have the cash, she decided to purchase the set on hire purchase. Now, the first question is, calculate the deposit Miss Jarvis made. The second question is, how much did Miss Jarvis pay for the dining room set at the end of the 8-month period? The third question, 2 parts. First part, how much money would Miss Jarvis save or have saved if she paid cash for the set? And part B of the third question, what percent is that amount of the cash price? All right, so question 1. Calculate the deposit Miss Jarvis made. Now we're told here that the deposit is 25%. Now remember, the percent deposit is a percentage of the cash price. So we're looking at the deposit, let's write that here, is equal to 25% of the cash price. Now, what is the cash price? Now, we need to translate 25%. Now, percent means per 100. So that's 25 per 100 of, I'm going to use multiplication there, and the cash price is $2,399. Now, we're going to use our calculator to get this. So we're going to put 25 divided by 100 multiplied by 2,399. And your calculator should give you this amount, $599.75. So that is the deposit. So we finished with part 1 of the question. Part 2, how much did Miss Jarvis pay for the dining room set at the end of the 8-month period? Now, just think about what this question is saying. How much Miss Jarvis pay for the dining room set at the end of the 8-month period? So we're talking about all the payments she would have made over the span of the 8-month. Remember, first of all, she would have paid what? At the beginning of that period? A deposit. And then she would have paid $325 per month for 8 months. So this question is asking for the total she paid over the 8-month period. So we're talking about the higher purchase price. Okay, so the higher purchase price, all the payments she would have made during that period. The deposit, that's one, plus $325 multiplied by 8. Okay, now the deposit is what amount? So I'm going to just remove this here. The deposit, I'm going to put the amount. The deposit is what amount? Well, we calculated that already, and that is $599.75. Now, what you could do, if you want to make a statement what the higher purchase price is, you could say higher purchase equal the deposit plus, in bracket, you have monthly payment amount times the number of installments or the number of months. And then you have here $599.75 plus the product of $325 and 8, and that is $2,600. Now, when you add these two figures together, the sum is $3,199.75. Again, use your calculator. All right? So we have found the higher purchase price. Part 3, let's look at part 3. The A portion of part 3 says, how much money would Miss Jarvis have saved if she paid cash for the set? So we're comparing two things here. What are we comparing? We're comparing the cash price and the higher purchase price. So she paid what amount? Or would have paid what amount over the 8-month period? $3,199.75. That's a higher purchase. If she paid cash, she paid much less, $2,399. So therefore, how much should have saved if she purchased it at the cash price? Well, that would be the difference between the higher purchase and the cash price. So amount saved is equal to the higher purchase price, which is more, minus the cash price. And the higher purchase price is $3,199.75 minus the cash price of $2,399. And that gives us the value of $800.75. So this is the amount she would have saved if she had purchased it at the cash price. Now, that's part A of question 3. Let's look at part B. Now, for part B, it says what percent is that amount of the cash price? So what we're doing here, we are expressing the amount saved as a percentage of the cash price. Now, when you want to express one quantity as a percentage of another, you put the quantity that you're expressing, in this case, the amount saved, over the amount that we're expressing it of, which is the cash price, and then we multiply by 100%. Okay, so let's insert that information. So what is the amount saved? Let's look at that. The amount saved is $800.75. The cash price is $2,399. So let's put that in. And multiply by 100%. So using your calculator, we divide $800.75 by $2,399, and then we multiply by 100. And this will give us approximately 33.38%, approximately. And if we want to round that off to a whole number, so we're looking at that number before the decimal point is 33. We check the digit after the point, and it's a 3, and so we're going to keep the 33. We will not add 1 to the 33. So if this were this 3 here, let's say is 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, then we'll add 1 to the number before the point. But we're going to leave it as 33. So it's going to be approximately 33%. So that is the percentage, or that is the percent of the amount saved as a percentage of the cash price. Now, let's head back to court to see the final item that Ms. Jarvis decides she wants to purchase using the hire purchase arrangement.
And so after that calculation, your total agreement amount will be $3,199.75.
That sounds affordable. Can we now see the couch?
Sure. They're right over here. This is the first option I'm going to show you today. This is an L-shaped sectional for $7,999.
This is perfect. I've always wanted a sectional. And the size will fit perfectly in the space. The color is great too. I always wanted to incorporate some green, and this will work.
Seeing as you have acknowledged it's a comfortable chair, and based on the current price, I would suggest you do this chair for 48 months, which will work out to be $67 weekly.
Wait, let me save you some time. I'll calculate that for you. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this short commercial break.
Math, math, math. Math, 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 math. Math, math, math.
Take a journey with us each Monday from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. on ABS TV. Let's get to the heart of the matter. Math matters.
Geometry, add and subtract, come and sing with me. Math is life, math is fun, math matters.
Welcome back. So the final item that Ms. Jarvis would have selected for her home was a 2-piece sectional, and she decided it should have been green. The cash price was listed at $7,999, or she could purchase on hire purchase, which of course is the option she chose, at $67 weekly for 48 months. Since Ms. Jarvis purchased her bedroom and dining room set from Quartz, she decided to do the same for her living room set. The marked price for a sectional sofa that she liked is $7,999. the hire purchase plan is $67 weekly for 48 months. First, we are asked to calculate the hire purchase price of the sofa. Secondly, how much would Miss Jarvis save if she paid cash for the sofa? And finally, what is the percentage interest paid on the sofa when using the hire purchase plan? All right, so based on the question asked, let's just recap the important things to note. So first, it was the cash price of $7,999, or 67 weekly for 48 months, which of course we would have discussed is the option that Ms. Jarvis chose. So first, let's calculate the hire purchase price of the sofa. If you notice, the previous questions would have given a deposit or a down payment. However, this question or this problem does not give such information. She's only required to pay $67 weekly for 48 months. And so we know that there are 12 months in 1 year. And so this 48 months translates to 4 years. So every week for 4 years, Ms. Jarvis is going to have to pay courts $67. So we're going to use the $67. And of course, we know that each month there are 4 weeks. And so we're going to multiply that by 4. And also, she's doing this for 48 months. So with the help of our calculator, we are going to now find the total hire purchase price. We then get that to be $12,864. Would you look at that? $12,864 for something that Ms. Jarvis might have gotten for $7,999 had she had the cash at that time. Part 2. How much would Ms. Jarvis save if she paid cash for the sofa? Now, we know that the hire purchase price is $12,864. And so for us to find how much she would have saved, we would then have to find a difference. And so we would subtract the cash price from the hire purchase price. So let's do that. $12,864, which is her hire purchase price, minus the cash price, which is $7,999. When we do that subtraction, we will get $4,865. Wow, would you look at that? That's the amount that Ms. Jarvis would have saved had she purchased cash. Part 3. What is the percentage interest paid on the sofa when using the hire purchase plan? So we have the, well, you know, this can be considered the interest, $4,865, that's the interest, or we can describe it as the difference between the hire purchase and the cash price. And so if we take that value, $4,865, and we place that over the cash price, which is $7,999, we are going to then multiply by 100 in order to make that into a percent, right? Because as we recall, percentage is out of 100, and all we had were 2 cash values, and so we multiply in order to change it to a percentage. And when we do that calculation, we get 60.82, let's just make that point clearer, percent. So this is approximately, right? Because it's not the exact value. And so when we do round that to the nearest whole percent, we are going to get approximately 61%. And this happens to change to a 1. It changes from 60 to 61 because of the next digit, or the digit that comes immediately after the point, which is an 8. And so that 8 tells us that we have to round up. And so we get 61%.
And based on that calculation, the total hire purchase amount is going to be $12,864.
Thank you so much for all your help today. I think I will be able to afford the hire purchase payments for all 3 items, so I will go with the hire purchase plan.
Sure.
Well, if it's one thing that I learned today, is that the longer you take to pay an item, the more money you'll have to pay for it. Each week, a challenge question will be posted based on the lesson of the day. Viewers are encouraged to participate and email their submissions to mathmatters268@gmail.com. Be a consistent participant and send accurate entries for a chance to win one of our prizes. So, our week 1 challenge question. The cash price of a laptop is $1,299. It can be bought on hire purchase by making a deposit of $350 and 10 monthly payments of $120 each. First, what is the total hire purchase price of the laptop? How much is saved by buying the laptop for cash? And what is the interest as a percentage of the cash price? Hopefully you've gathered all the necessary information from our lesson. Please submit your answers. Don't forget the address, mathmatters268@gmail.com. We await your responses. This has brought us to the end of our first episode. Thank you so much for joining us on our journey to courts with Ms. Jarvis. Join us next week at the same time, where we explore measurement with Ms. Jacobs.
Are you ready? Let's learn some math. Math, 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 math. Math, 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 math. Math, 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 math. Come join me on an adventure. There's so much to explore. Numbers, shapes, and graphs to plot. Solve the problems, connect the dots. Algebra, geometry.
Come, take a journey with us each Monday from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. on ABS TV. Let's get to the heart of the matter. Math matters.